It's Man Called Dave from the Working Fans Podcast, and we are here with Outcast Wrestling Revolution. Get your ass kicked. And I'm here with Mr. James, Mr. Evan James. How are you, sir? Appreciate you coming down here, man.
I'm doing great, but it's Mr. Evander, James.
Evander.
It's all good. We all make mistakes. That's why pencils have erasers. So nice to meet you, Dave. How's everything today?
Oh, good, man. Enjoyed the show. Enjoyed your match out there. Didn't quite go.
It didn't quite go my way, but you know, when someone can't beat Mr. James, they have to cheat.
That's true. That's true. That's true. And you know what? Like a good teacher, you're always learning, I would imagine, right?
We're always learning. We learn from our mistakes. You can't repeat the same mistake twice.
What got you into pro wrestling? What got you wanting to learn more about pro wrestling?
I mean, hey, anybody could say they grew up in the 80s. They grew up around Hulk Hogan, you know, Macho Man, they Scott Hall. But I will never forget, I was sitting at home at a very young age with my dad, watching him flipping through channels, and then one day he just stumbled upon pro wrestling. That's now, he told me how he used to watch it growing up, but I wasn't paying attention to him because when I was watching it, the first thing that was showing while it was two men fighting on top of a cage, and those two men were none other than the Undertaker and Mankind, and that was the first time I thought I watched murder on live TV.
Yes,
I saw a grown man fall off a cage twice and was able to fight off the ambulance. It felt the most unreal thing to see him on the show next week. And from then on, I just completely fell in love from there. From seeing how people can survive collisions like that and keep going on every single day for the love of the business.
Wow. I mean, that's a heck of a way to get into it. That was
the first thing I've ever witnessed.
Wow. And so Mick Foley, probably a great inspiration for someone like you, right?
It's gonna sound funny. That was one of my favorite wrestlers. Everybody has favorite wrestlers, but I was a big fan of Mankind. And mind you, I was young because I didn't know about like ECW or WCW. I didn't know who Captain Jack was until he brought it into WWE as a hardcore man. We got Dude Love, and then we just have the many faces of Mick Foley. And then as years went by, I got to meet him at a wrestling show at one of my wrestling schools, House of Glory, houseofglory.com. I got to meet him at one of my wrestling schools, and he was at one of our shows for All Mankind, House of Glory Presents.
Oh, wow.
And that's when I met him, and then he managed to sign one of his socks for me.
Hey, all right. So another question I always ask is like some of your, big moments in wrestling so far. That has to be one of them.
That's one of them. Going to Japan for a tryout I didn't want to do.
Wow.
And not saying like I felt better than anybody. I want to say that now. I wasn't feeling like better, but at times were tough at that time. I showed up to House of Glory for a Wrestle One tryout. We had a show that same day. At the time, money was a little tough at the time. I told the promoter that, hey, I'm not gonna do the tryout. I just don't have it right now. He told me, I don't care. Get your stuff. Go over there. And he legit, as the owner of the company and somebody that he I guess see something in, he just told me to shut up and get dressed and go train. He told me to go with them. Don't worry about it. I'll take care of it. If you get picked, pay me back. I got picked.
Wow. On your birthday.
On my birthday.
Wow.
On my birthday.
Man, you tell this story, it does kind of seem like you were destined to do this.
It's funny. I sometimes things just happen because one thing Amazing Red always told me is that no matter what you do, as long as you are good at wrestling, you could do anything. Look at me. I'm Mr. James, wrestling suspenders. A couple of years ago, I was the man you can trust, a tough, gritty guy that was always like going above and beyond. But now I'm being looked at more, especially that I'm more charismatic. The clothes I wear don't represent me. It's how I perform and how I give the energy to the crowd as well as they give back to me.
Very true. Very true. You said Amazing Red. You've had obviously a lot of great influences. You've had great teachers.
Yes.
What would you say is some of the best advice you've had so far in pro wrestling?
The best advice is before I tell us a lot. People always say House of Glory will always be home. But before I started House of Glory, I trained in the Bronx, a very low and gritty, unknown place called BWF, where one of my first trainers was Bronco International. And that man couldn't speak a lick of English, being from Dominican Republic, taught me the #1 key of body language. To this day, me and him can't have a simple conversation without using Google Translate. But when it comes to us training in the ring, I just know what to do.
Right.
Just for a man who can't speak English, and for me who can't speak Spanish.
That sounds like great life experience right there.
That's life experience. But now I was going off. A good advice was I was trained by Mike Drastic back a while ago too in the Bronx. And people who may not know who Mike Drastic is, he's now going by Santana.
Oh, okay, wow.
Santana once trained me in 2012 or 13 in the Bronx. We lived not too far from each other in the good Bronx.
Yeah.
One good advice he gave me was never rely on one place to make you.
And it seems like he's definitely lived up to that too. He's the guy who's willing to take chances on himself.
Always.
We've seen that.
That's the one thing he's always told me: never rely on a company to make you a star.
I like that. I like that a lot. All right, then I'll ask you: any injuries, any major setbacks that you've had to overcome? I'm sure there's been some.
No, not an injury where I'm able to miss a booking. Maybe a sprained finger, but nothing for I'm able to miss a booking. I had a minor sprain.
Yeah,
I was able to wrestle in a leg brace. I always like pushing. I don't like sitting on the sidelines, because that one time you miss your spot, that open opportunity become a forever opportunity for the next person. You know what I'm saying? I never want to steal somebody's spot, because I fight for that spot. I make sure I don't lose mine.
Gotcha.
I always want to push ever, because if anyone passes me, that's my fault.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. That's great. That's that hard work ethic.
Of course.
Now, I'll ask you this then: where do you think you got that hard work ethic from?
I guess just growing up in the Bronx, being somebody from the hood, just like going by what I got to do and just keep pushing. Being trained by Santana, who's always hard, hard on me when it comes to training. And like I said, he was just like starting out, maybe like 3 years in, and very well experienced, no more than me, and able to show me and always pushing me. When I started, I was like 300 pounds. Now I'm down to 215, and every day I'm getting better and better. Yeah. I never want to be that guy that slacks in his matches. I wanna be that guy that people talk about no matter what, whether it's opening, pre-show. I want to be match of the night.
Well, you're definitely one of the guys I've seen star out there tonight. People were talking about you.
Thank you.
What are some of your goals for what you got left here?
Some of my goals is to go back to Japan, travel more of the world, and I'll be honest, sometimes I will be signed within the next 3 years.
I like that enthusiasm. I like your attitude. I think you're going to make it. As a fan who's been watching this for a long time, social media, anything you want to promote?
Oh, yes. You could follow me you can follow me on Instagram at EvanderJamesSS__, or follow me on Twitter at Hey It's Mr. James, TikTok Hey It's Mr. James. My entire link tree will be on my Instagram.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Evander James. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Love to have you back on.
Thank you.
That was great, man. Thank you so much.
All right.